Welcome to Pull the Pin Ready War Room Edition. I'm your host, Jim, and
I'm your co-host, Nate.
Nate. Welcome back. If you guys haven't noticed, we've been gone for a little bit long. We needed a well-deserved vacation, and that's what we took. So, but we are back.
You took a vacation?
A staycation, actually. Yeah,
Staycation.
my daughter actually was sick, has sore throat, so pretty much didn't go anywhere anyway. So, yeah, that was my vacation.
Nice. Kids.
How it always goes.
Always ruining stuff for you.
Yeah. But I mean, you went somewhere, right?
I went to Cancun without kids.
Oh, right. So,
Yeah.
Get it. I get it. No worries. I'm not mad or jealous or any of those things that I probably should be. Yeah.
You just keep on trumping.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep on trumping. Yeah, my new flag. Keep on trumping. Rather be an American than a Democrat.
See, so you are a Republican.
No, I'm an American. See, American. Be an American than a Democrat.
Yeah, but Trump's a Republican, so.
Yeah, well, I'm not Trump.
Well, you said keep on trumping. You said keep on trumping, so you support.
Trumping is actually a verb. It's a verb. Trumping.
Oh.
It's not Trump. Trumping. Trumping means like making America great again and getting rid of all the swamp and all the crap that we, are used to.
Gotcha.
But we'll talk about a bunch of that stuff because obviously we live in two different worlds here. I like just wait till we get some of these headlines. I'm just baffled, dude. I'm just baffled. But anyways, let me tell everybody out there who doesn't know what we're doing here. We pull some headlines from the media and we talk about them. And we talk about them from our perspective as vets because we've seen a lot more, been a lot more places and done a lot more than most common people who just read headlines and make assumptions. So we're going to give you our assumptions because Nate likes to read articles anyway.
Headlines only.
Well, right out the bat, let's go to the dirty stuff. CDC to vote Thursday to permanently shield Pfizer and Moderna from COVID vaccine injury liability.
Why vote? We already know what the vote's going to be.
Well, aren't they already protected?
Aren't they all? Yeah, for like 50 years or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, they're already protected from anything called a vaccine. That's what made the massive influx of vaccines. Remember how, what was it, 82 or 80, something in the 80s, I think, when they passed a law to protect them from vaccines. And then all of a sudden we had mandatory vaccines, like it jumped from like 3 to 12 or 15.
No, I was not. I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, research that. I've read some about that. They actually, that was the cause of them jumping. Well, think about it, right?
Oh yeah, if you're not going to be held liable, why not just make everything anything?
You're right. You're a drug company. You don't want to take the chance of anything going wrong, so call it a vaccine. It's crazy.
As long as it's a shot, right, to the vaccine.
And my other question on this is, what do you mean vote? When does CDC have voting power to do any of this stuff?
Well, I guess the CDC can. I guess if you sue a company, you have to go through the CDC to sue them. I don't know.
Does that even make sense? I thought like Congress passes laws. What would CDC vote about? What would their vote matter?
Who knows what government does nowadays?
Yeah, but I mean, does that even make sense to you?
Yeah, they probably got delegated authority.
And it's a permanently shield. Like what?
Like, why wouldn't they vote? I mean, CDC says, "Yeah, take this vaccine, take that." CDC is pushing vaccines, so why would they not permanently shield them? I mean,
well, they got a dog in the race. In fact, I mean, if you matter of fact, well, let's just jump to the next one because it exactly explains everything. CDC refuses to release review of post-COVID vaccination heart inflammation.
There's not enough data. There's not enough data yet. They can't release anything yet.
Right. They're not going to release anyway, right?
They haven't collected enough data.
I mean, but think about it. Like just based on this headline alone, right? I mean, all we could do is say, well, maybe this headline's a lie, taken out of context, whatever. But this headline alone, they're refusing to release data that could show the vaccines were harmful. And then they're going to vote to shield, like, of course, because that protects them too.
So, like, who requested the review? There we go.
Well, I guess anybody could request it, right?
Yeah. So if they're like, so if the lawyers, well, let's say the lawyers, I don't know, Supreme Court, whoever
Congress could do it. Congress could,
makes them makes
yeah.
them release the data, then unless they're going to refuse or what?
I guess if they have the power to vote. What?
We're, we're going to vote on Friday if we want to release COVID vaccine heart inflammation data.
Right? I mean, isn't it crazy? Like, isn't it crazy? And see, this is the stuff that really irritates me, and I don't understand, like, certain people want to argue for certain things. And if you believe the vaccine was helpful, if you believe the vaccine worked, you don't want this information out either. But take that out of the equation. Is it good or bad to share data?
Oh, good.
It's good, right? It's good to give
Good.
people
Yeah.
as much information and knowledge as they can. Now the question is, well, is it misinformation? Is it bad data? It's data. You know what I mean? It's data. We're not asking for your opinions. We're not asking for your Fauci, 101 Bible rules from Fauci. You know what I mean? We're not asking for his commandments. We're just asking for the data. So that's good no matter what side of the fence you're on data. Unfortunately, we're in an era where people don't want to be wrong. So they don't
Yes.
want to see the truth. They don't want to see the data because it might make them look wrong.
It's not good for both sides of the fence because one side of the fence is going to be proven right and one side's going to be proven wrong.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
there's just, but that's the truth of it. The truth of it is nobody wants to be wrong anymore. Nobody wants to admit, hey, I screwed up. Hey, I made a mistake. Hey, I was wrong. You know how many times we're wrong on this show? We're still not going to
Never.
admit it because we're like everybody else, right?
An opinion can't be wrong.
Correct, but a lot of our data is.
But I don't
Well,
know what data you're talking about.
I don't even know
94%
what
of our,
we're going to do.
94% of our data is made up.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Just
of
like
course.
that.
And
Just like that number was.
exactly. That's what they say. What 90% of percentages are made up on the spot.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, here's some numbers that are wrong.
Oh well, come on. I mean, and see here. Look, Colorado incorrectly. Like that's a good, interesting word there. Incorrectly sent out 30,000 voter registration cards to non-citizens.
So they incorrectly sent them out. So they sent them out the wrong way to non-citizens, or did they accidentally send them out they weren't supposed to? Well, that's all right. I think isn't it New York City that's allowing non-citizens to vote in their elections
Sure.
now?
Sure.
I mean,
Which I mean doesn't even make sense. But I mean, but think about this. You know what I mean? Like, you know what though? I'm not even surprised. Like, I'm not surprised. Number one, because there's a lot of people who know they can't win. They're going to cheat or try to cheat. But I'm not really surprised. But think about this. Think about this, man. I'm encountering this kind of stuff more and more every day. So I'm not even going to say it's Democrats. I'm not. It's just people these days. How do you incorrectly send these out? Is it either malicious intent or incompetence? Either way, you're fired. You should not have a job.
30,000 times. You are wrong 30,000 times.
You shouldn't have a job, dude. It's just that simple. If you make these mistakes, you should not have a job. Go work at Burger King, or is Burger King still open?
Oh, you know what? That's really, who cares? I mean, they sent out voter registration cards. If you're a non-citizen, you can't register to vote anyway. So maybe they just sent the registration cards to the wrong people, and they don't really matter anyway.
Wait, but who's paying for that? Who's paying for that? You think the Democratic Party's paying for the cards to go out?
No, that they're stamped pre-sorted.
Oh, right, because somebody still pays for that. Let's play devil's advocate. In all fairness, I do know I have some experience with mailers, and I do know that it is a lot cheaper to broadly mail to everybody than it is to select a few people or that to mail to. So maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they just broadly mail to everybody, every address, and whoever got them, got them. Or you think they're cheating or expected to cheat?
The best way to get those things stopped sent to you is you send them back to whoever sent them to you without filling anything out. You get all those credit card solicitations, and they send you a prepaid stamped envelope. You just send it back to them. They have to pay for it, and once you send enough back to them, they stop sending them to you.
Yeah, there was some trick like that. I remember that somebody did that stuff, or they'd mail them, put them in another envelope, and mail them to another company.
Oh,
But,
I
yeah,
don't know.
something like that. It was somebody doing stuff like that that was pretty interesting. I
I
like
mean,
to play jokes on people that.
but 30, what's it cost to mail something now? I
Oh,
mean,
I don't
I don't
know.
know. Like, I don't know what a stamp costs anymore. You just get a
They're at
forever
least
stamp nowadays.
37 cents or
Oh, I'm
38
sure.
cents or something now.
Are they higher than that? I don't know.
I
But
don't think they broke 40 yet.
if you're mailing in bulk, do you get a discount? Like, you know, I mean, what's 30,000 times 0.34? You know what I mean? How much?
I
How much
don't.
money
I
is
don't
that?
get a discount Christmas time, right?
No, no, we don't.
You throw 100 Christmas cards in there, every one of them's gonna have a 40-cent stamp. Ain't no discount,
We'll just go with 38
and
cents.
nor should there be, right? Because
It's
that's
only
more
11.
work.
It's only $11,400. That's pocket change.
Yeah, well,
I did 34 cents. You know, it's
whatever it is, whatever it is. I mean, the point is, it's our money, and they're
true.
sending out to people who shouldn't even get them. And I just like I said though, but this was, we haven't pulled the pin in a long time, but this is one of the things I've been stewing on this for the last couple of days because, I mean, this is what I'm getting really tired of it now, and I just don't know if it's just generational or if it's a society shift. I don't know where it's coming from, but I am running into so much incompetence. It's unbelievable, and people think they can just excuse it away if they even do that
Well,
much.
I mean, I don't know if it's generational because I know people my age that do it. So is it my problem? Because I don't do it.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is it's getting worse with the younger generations. Like, I know, of course, there was incompetence in my day, but I remember when I could go to a store, name it, any store, I could walk in and say, "Hey, do you have such and such? That's over in the such department. Let me take you there, or let me
Oh,
show you there."
yeah,
Or they,
yeah, yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Now it's like, "Oh no, that's not my department." Okay, where is it? You know what I mean? Like they don't even go to do the
Don't
bare
care.
minimum.
Yeah, they don't try and go above and beyond for anything. No, not me. Try to find somebody else.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, I could tell you all about my truck story because it's I almost went off on these people. I was just so angry, and there's a dealership, and they cost me money because of their incompetence. I literally took it in for, hey, the battery needs maintenance. I was told that it wasn't holding the charge. It needs some maintenance. I need you to look into it. So they looked at it, they hooked it up, it passed their charge test, they cleaned off the things, charged me $37, sent me home. Within 2 weeks, my truck wouldn't start. Within 2 weeks. I also had my truck in there for spark plugs changed after that, because the battery was going to be my maintenance. But 2 weeks, my truck didn't start, and I had to pay $85 to tow it to the dealer just 2 miles down the road. And they took it in, and oh well, we ordered a battery, it was the wrong one, and blah blah blah. Told me it's going to be $400, $450. I said, what? I drove in there and they said, $450. I said, well, I checked the batteries. They're only like $230. Well, we got to mark up. I said, if that's
Uh,
the case, let me bring my own battery. Oh, you could do that. I'm like, well, why didn't you tell me I could do that? Just ridiculous, dude. Just ridiculous the
they'll
levels
still
of
charge you. To,
incompetence.
what, why do you just change your own battery?
I could have if I thought that was the problem. I literally had the truck in their shop for a battery problem. So I thought it was something bigger than the battery because they just changed my spark plugs. If I'd known that, I would have just went and got a battery and put it in my own damn truck.
Well,
But
These guys don't want to do anything either.
oh yeah, well of course. Look at this incompetence, right? Sweden opts out of joint probe into Nord Stream leak. Nord Stream leak refuses to share findings. What does that tell you?
I don't know if they opted out of the joint probe. That means they're not probing, right? So how do they
Well,
have
they
any
already did.
information? Oh,
They already did, and then they pulled out.
So they found something that's on them. I mean, what did
So
Sweden do it? I mean, Sweden
let's
ain't out
let's
there blowing up stuff, right?
I don't know. Let's make up a story here. Come on, that's what everybody else is doing.
I haven't even followed the leak anyway. Is it fixed yet?
No, but Russ is going to fix it, right? Because he blew it up just to fix it. This is
Makes
a
sense
lot,
to me.
but go watch the mainstream media. They're all Russia. Yeah, well, that's what we're gonna do. Our economy's being hurt right now because of all the stuff, but we're gonna go ahead and blow up our pipeline, and then we're gonna spend more money to go fix it. Like,
It makes a lot of sense.
I just can't with these people, dude. I just can't with these people. I mean, let's say theoretically they're right. Russia did it. Okay, let's say Russia blew it up, and now Sweden goes and finds out Russia blew it up, but Sweden backs out because they don't want everybody to know Russia did it. Or did Sweden want to find out Russia did it, but found out they didn't, and now they don't want to share their information because they have to say, "Oh, it wasn't Russia." Or maybe Hunter Biden went over to Sweden and said, "Hey, you can't tell anybody who found it because that's a security threat."
You going that far?
No, I'm not. I mean, I'm not sure that's it. But I mean, the logical explanation was, America's been making threats. And, let me talk about this real quick. I don't want to drag this on too much, but this is getting, you remember when we go overseas, and I know we spoke about this before. Remember when we go overseas and people had this vision of what we were? They had this impression of Americans, they're conceited, they're arrogant. Yeah. You remember having to fight back on that? No, we're all not like that. No, we're all not. You know what I mean? Not America's total, Remember that feeling? I remember that feeling. You know what, though? Nowadays, I am embarrassed. I don't even think I can go overseas today and try to defend America the way I used to before. Because this administration, the crap that's going on, not even just this administration, politicians, all of it, they're embarrassing. Our country is right now embarrassing all Americans. It's sad. It's really sad. That's the second pull the pin, right, in one day. Maybe I didn't need that vacation, huh?
Maybe not.
But I'm just done with it. I'm just done with, anyways. All right, I'm done with this episode.
I'll defend America for the good people that do good things for it. But other than that, screw the rest of them.
Well, it's still my country, but my point is, it's hard for me to look somebody from Germany in the eye and say, no, we're Americans. And then have to look back and say, well, we're doing this. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's hard to back the country anymore. What I told you, when people thought, there wasn't racism, and I had this conversation with Mike plenty. I didn't think America was generally a racist country, but the more I see these lunatic liberals that are actually trying to pretend they're not racist, the more I believe they're racist. They are the racists. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? Segregation again? You want people of color only sections, and like, how is that not racism?
I know, right?
You know what I mean?
You're going right back to where it was.
Yeah, so I'm starting to
think that was that was racism back then.
Right, and I'm trying to think that they're trying to pretend they're not racist by calling people racist, but they're actually. So I'm changing my opinion. I think we do have a lot of elite liberal types that are racist, that are trying to pretend, oh, we're for, but you're not. You're really not. You're really not. You're not principled. You're not. Anyway, I'm done with this episode. I'm getting off here before I say something really mean. But thanks, Nate. Yeah, we're gonna skip all of that. Thanks, Nate, for showing up. Thanks, you guys, for watching. Geez, get on the episode so you can keep me from going into these tirades, because I really need more thought in here. But until next time, Godspeed.
And pull the pin already. Boom.
Thanks for joining us here. Pull the pin already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinion. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.